Hey everybody, I'm Big Ron Partlow. I'm down at Super Training having a workout, and I wanted to show you guys one of my favorite supersets for chest. Now, when it comes to supersets, I'm more about the concepts than the exact exercises. So I'm going to use the prime chest press here with an incline dumbbell fly. But the main concept is pressing to failure and then following up with a fly exercise. One of the things that this does is when you press, your failure point is dictated by your chest, but also your triceps. They're part of why your reps stop happening, when you're training really hard. So when you go from a press to a fly only movement, your triceps are now no longer a factor. It's just your pecs working, and you could take them deeper into fatigue, deeper into the fail point. So what I would do is I'd pick a weight where I could get, 6 to 10 reps on the press, keeping them really perfect, making sure the chest is doing all the work. And you want to take those right to the point where you actually fail and you can't get it up. Now, you still got fibers in your chest that aren't fatigued. You failed at this, but it doesn't mean you can't do another movement. So then I would hurry over to the dumbbells. Time being sensitive, I'd try to rush over as quick as I could, and I'd go into a dumbbell fly. Now this exercise, it's only your chest. Your chest is taking all of the load now. So you're going way beyond failure because you just failed on presses, and now you're working deep into fatigue on flies. And you're gonna feel the pecs suffer right away. Very difficult. You're gonna have to use a lot less weight on your flies. And then eventually you'll get that struggle rep where if you go down for another one, you're probably not gonna come back up. Now you can still get one more negative and then pull the dumbbells in like this and end your set. So first of all, I'm on the prime chest press here, which is a great piece. Got the adjustable cam on it. You can do a lot. But it doesn't matter what you're doing for chest or what you're lifting if your execution isn't correct. And I know a lot of people think they know how to bench, they think they know how to train, but I see a lot of people training chest incorrectly because they're letting their shoulders move around. So a couple of things that you really want to look out for when you're training chest, you want to get in there and you want your shoulders to be down and back. You should try to pinch your traps behind you and flex your lats. Get your shoulders down. So your shoulders shouldn't be up like this. If they're up like this, you're losing tension. They should be down like this. Flex your lats and keep the tension on your pecs. I know if you're powerlifting, you want your elbows down around your sides for more strength, but for bodybuilding, I keep my elbows pretty out to the sides to maximize the stretch load on the chest right there. And then bam, bam, bam. So you're trying to come up and squeeze the pecs. Like that. You don't want your shoulders coming up, so make sure you keep those shoulders down. Big difference on the chest. There you go. So just remember, anytime you get into anything, shoulders down and back. Get that chest up rising like a loaf of bread in front of you when you squeeze every rep out. Doing some chest, and I thought I'd give you guys a tip on cable crossovers. Now, everyone does them. Everyone thinks they know how to do them. You might love the way you do them, but I'm going to show you what I think you should be doing when you're doing cable crossovers. You have to think of what is the function of the pec. Now, the pec's job is to draw the humerus across the body like this. That's really all it does. And when you do it down here and you go into a decline position, the way you would if you were doing dips or a decline press, you actually get the tightest contraction of the entire pec, including the upper pec. If you do this, feel your upper pec, and then do this and feel your upper pec, it's actually harder. So this is the truest contraction of the pec, having them mashed together like this, almost like you're trying to touch your biceps together. So that's what I think when I'm doing crossovers. I see a lot of guys, they're kind of pushing out like this, and they're working their chest, but if you're trying to put the maximum amount of stress on your pecs, shoulders down, flex your lats, squeeze your chest down here. And try to really mash the biceps together. I know your biceps are never gonna touch, but that's the idea in your head. And you wanna make sure everything lines up. So if you look at me from the side, you'll see that my arm lines up with the cable, lines up with my shoulder. I'm not like this, right? I don't have upward tension on my shoulders, and I'm not like this. I'm not moving around. Everything's in line. So if you see the arms, the cables, everything is in the same plane of motion, and that's where you want to be if you want to put the most load on your pecs. Trying to be efficient, trying to get the most out of every rep and every set. That's me, Big Ron, down at Super Training.